Did you know that you don't need computer science degree to land your data science job and create a business impact? According to the 365datascience.com, only 18% of the job openings require that degree. I've worked for 8 years without computer science degree, but I still help company boost efficiency by 65%. The good news is that if I can do it, so can you.
So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to build the foundational skill and how to grow your career in data science even without computer or tech degree. With this approach, you can become the top 5% of data scientists that delivers business impacts. And if you stick until the end, I will share you a bonus point on how to boost your confidence when learning and building data science skill. Okay, first thing first, what does it take to become a successful data scientist? When I first started, I thought being a great data scientist was all about mastering Python or building complex machine learning model and writing a clean code. But over time, I realized that that wasn't enough. In the real world, if you cannot turn data into business outcomes like reducing risk, growing revenue, or cutting costs, your work won't matter. And if you cannot explain technical results into a simple business terms, you are no better than just programmers. There are lots of programmers out there, and I can only provide a decent or average amount of salary. But to earn more than that, to earn higher salary, data scientists are expected to understand and solve business problems in simple language. So, for instance, if a predictive model doesn't perform as expected in the business operations, you need to explain why and recommend what to do next. That's why I believe there has been a strong misconception that becoming data scientists require tech or computer degree. In fact, all data scientists must master the foundational skills, such as data literacy, industry knowledge, and collaboration skills. And the best way to build these foundational skills? Start as a data analyst, get the real experience, and grow from there. This will be a low barrier entry for you rather than facing a tough job market competition for the data scientist opportunities. Later on, you can always take online courses to sharpen your technical skills before applying a real data scientist job. Okay, so let's explore one by one what skill you need to gain as a data analyst so that you can become the top 5% data scientist in the future. First, as a data analyst, it is the opportunity to learn the industry knowledge or terminology as much as possible. Because in the end, what really matters is can you solve the business problems using a simple business language? In the beginning of my data science career journey, I was very obsessed with improving models' accuracy using fancy machine learning in neural network. At least that was what I learned through taking online courses in machine learning from Coursera.com and from datacamp.com. But when I presented those fancy results into the business team, they were completely lost because my explanation was very, very technical. And they asked me, do you understand the business? Trust me, you in your career journey as a data scientist, you don't want to hear those words, especially coming from the senior leadership team, because your reputation will be at stake. Oh man, it was a wake up call for me. Because if I couldn't explain in the business language, then they would consider me as a time waster. See, in business, people care about the answers to these following high level business questions like why are our e commerce customers leaving? Second, how do we increase customer loyalty? Or third, why is credit default risk higher for this borrower segment? From there, you can start analyzing patterns and seeing the trends at deeper level to see what is really going on in the industry. And if you can connect the dots from those patterns back into those high level business questions, people will start see you as a trusted advisors who knows the business. And that's the benefit of starting as a data analyst. Writing SQL queries, cleaning data, building reports. Even if it sounds simple and boring, this is how you master the business language for data science project. So when someday you become a data scientist to solve a sales forecasting problem, you're not starting from the scratch. You will immediately understand some possible factors like product seasonality, product lifecycle stages, and customer behaviors. That means you're not wasting time to explore blindly. You validate your educated guess with the predictive models and quickly translate insights into actionable recommendations. On the other hand, highly technical data scientists without business context, they can build a great models with high accuracy, but based on the variables that make no business sense, and this is really wasting time. But how to build the industry knowledge if you don't have the experience? You can build by sharpening your data literacy skill.
The good news is that anyone can be data literate. Being data literate means understanding data critically or with a context, such as understanding where the data comes from, how and when the data is collected, what the numbers in the data really mean, how to spot patterns from the huge data set, and finally, how to explain an insight in simple language. For example, if the sales drop by 15%, don't just report a number. Open the data, open the source. Look into whether the decline comes from mobile users, direct traffic, or returning customers in the e commerce business, for example. Analyze how long it has been happening to see whether it was a sudden or gradual phenomenon. As you dig deeper, you will learn to explore the data from various data sources, such as product development, pricing, or marketing. Over time, this process becomes the nature of your skill set, and that is being curious and analytically deep. That's how data literacy grows, enabling you to connect the dots and improving the business awareness.
Now, here's another benefit of having strong data literacy skill by working as a data analyst. You start paying attention to details, and that matters a lot. So, let's say you're joining customer tables using SQL, which is the bread and butter tool for data analysis. If you're not careful, the total numbers of customers before and after the join will not match. And if your numbers are off, your entire analysis becomes meaningless and the business team won't trust the results. And how to avoid that? The answer is to always test a small sample first and ensure that 1 plus 1 equals to 2 before using the whole dataset. So it's not just about writing code, it's about being precise and responsible with the numbers, which is the backbone of the data quality and integrity. Strong data quality and integrity will significantly determine the data science project success because at the end, data scientists must be able to explain that the model works with the high quality data. So that's the benefit of working as a data analyst. That is being comfortable working with the numbers of data records as early as possible. By the way, I know that data literacy isn't always easy, and many of us struggle at some point. I'm curious, which area of data literacy that you are struggling with? Is it about spotting pattern? Is it about explaining technical result? Or is it about keeping data quality in check? Please share in the comments below so that we can learn from each other.
If you're a data scientist who wants to communicate predictive model data analysis insights results more effectively to senior leadership in the organization, please consider check out my ebook, The Executive Data Visualization in Excel. So inside, you will learn first how to choose the right charts to create business-ready visuals. Second, how to communicate business insights message with clarity and impact. Third, how to do it all using just simple Excel tool without Python. So this ebook is perfect for turning your analysis into decisions that drive business outcomes. The link is already in the video description below.
However, having a strong data literacy isn't just about being great with numbers. It's really about improving the critical thinking. And one of the best way to improve the critical thinking is through team collaboration. When you are just starting out as a data analyst, it is totally normal to struggle when translating technical results into business-friendly language. That's where the collaboration becomes your superpower. Talk to your peers, talk to the senior analysts from different departments. They all bring different perspectives shaped by their own work experience. And when you start listening, the bigger picture starts to form in your brain. The point is to avoid working in silo. Without involving teams like product, marketing, finance, or customer support, you risk of providing the misleading conclusion. In fact, when you genuinely involve other people's perspective in your analysis, your team will appreciate it because you show respect and trust to other people. This is exactly what Dale Carnegie mentions in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That is, make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. Therefore, it is imperative that you build this team collaboration skill as early as possible while you're still a data analyst. Because as you advance into data scientist role, your focus transforms from just merely analyzing data into driving real business impacts. This is the key of managing stakeholder relations from understanding customer pain points, shaping clear business objectives, influencing key decisions, and then working backwards to build effective data driven solutions. Eventually, as a data scientist, you'll find yourself pitching your ideas to the C level executives in the organization. And having the support of different key stakeholders, such as from product, marketing, finance, or operations team, will make it significantly easier for you to get the buy in at the top. And guess what? That kind of influence is what gets you promoted. And yes, it gets you paid more. The bottom line is collaboration isn't just about teamwork. It's how you build influence, deliver impact, and grow your professional career. By the way, if you like this information in this video, be sure to subscribe my YouTube channel so you won't miss my next videos on tips how to succeed as a data scientist in business world. And here's my bonus chapter as I promised earlier in this video. Find the right mentor. The great mentor can definitely save your time from trial and error by showing what matters, by sharing with you the insider industry knowledge, and by keeping you accountable. They don't just teach you on technical skills, but they challenge you to think critically and by guiding you on business communication and on avoiding common mistakes when solving business problems. So during early years as data scientist, I was lucky enough to have mentor, a former Accenture consultant, who taught me how to bridge technical work with business impact. This is the kind of mindset that every data scientist needs to have. So when applying and receiving offers in data analyst positions, don't just take any offer. Look on LinkedIn for managers or leaders with consulting backgrounds and pitch them that you are eager to learn and you are capable to show and to contribute your the technical capabilities. Now, I've covered the foundational skills required to be the top 5% of data scientists, where you don't need a tech or computer degree. You can build the technical skill along the way, and eventually you can pitch your boss when solving complex business problems, demonstrating your capabilities. But here's the truth. Data scientist is evolving fast with the era of artificial intelligence. And if you do not adapt, you risk of being left behind. So check out my next video where I share practical tips to stay ahead and competitive in this new era of data science starting in the 2026.